Hello and welcome to the final video of this week from me. We are at Race C, Watkins Glen. This is sort of early morning, around midweek, and I am starting in P2, and we also have to keep an eye on P5, Muscafi, who is the other main character of this video. My plan for this race was just to stick with Red Angus in front of me, try to stay in his slipstream, save some fuel, just take it nice and easy, and to be honest, I would be happy to just settle with a P2 in this race. It's not that important for me to win at any cost. I just want to get those smooth races in. Getting through the bus stop for the first time, taking it nice and easy. I have to be careful that Red Angus doesn't run away from me, so I don't get out of the slipstream, so I have to press a little harder on the accelerator to make sure he doesn't run away from me. But we are doing okay so far, and we have an okay gap behind us, and they are in a close battle behind us, so that means we have a chance of getting away just slightly. And we are about to jump ahead a little bit. We are at the beginning of second lap. I've caught back up to Red Angus. Muscafi has made it up to third place. And let me just give a shout out to Muscafi. He's also streaming on YouTube. He has just passed the 500 subscriber mark, and he's sure worth checking out. He is only driving in cockpit view, never has the head-up display with all the info turned on, which means in a fuel race like this one, he hasn't got the fuel map and cannot keep an eye on the percentage, doing it all by ear, which is quite a challenge in the Alpha 155. So go check him out, it's sure worth it. Anyway, I'm hanging on to Red Angus the best I can. He might be a bit uncomfortable being in the lead if he is just a little bit like me. That can be scary, to be the one having to set the pace and not having a reference point ahead of you in another car. And sure enough, soon we will be coming up to the bus stop, and unfortunately for Red Angus, this bus stop trip is going to be a fatal one for him. The car snaps and he disappears off to the right, which means that now I am the one in the lead. And as I mentioned before, I easily get nervous when I am the lead car and have to be the one setting the pace, still keeping an eye on fuel and all that. But so far I have a healthy gap behind me. This should be okay if I can just keep it cool and not panic. And I know that Muscafi, he has to be careful in that Alpha. He cannot burn too much fuel trying to get up to me. And I think at this point he had actually settled for P2. But unfortunately for me, as you'll see later in this video, that is about to change. I'm just trying to keep it cool, get a nice flow through the corners. Also some of the corners that I struggle with, amongst others this one, keeping the flow, and the final corner as well. Hitting that apex, I usually miss it, and that costs a lot of speed, but I'm doing okay. So I just have to keep it together for the rest of the race. But at this moment, I must say that 6 more laps to go, that felt like a long time for me to keep it together. But we are doing the best we can, getting through the bus stop once more, keeping the flow, upshifting early. Also have to remember not to use all my fuel. But the gap is still looking okay. This might be a race victory for me. But as you see, here comes the first warning. I almost lose it coming out of that corner. That should be a sign for me to really be careful not to panic. We go through the final corners again. I think we still have an okay gap. Yeah, it's looking fine. Hitting the apex once again. That might be a record for me. And yeah, the gap is looking fine. Let's just keep it going. Nice and easy through turn 1. Staying in 4th gear this time. I'm not really good at that first corner as well. And now the bus stop, we are still doing okay. I have no plans on making that gap get any bigger or anything, just trying to maintain it the best I can. But now I get too eager, upshift and mash on the throttle so the car understeers off. And unfortunately, even though I lost time, that's a penalty. And that means that Scarfi, who has seen me getting that penalty, he is starting to step on the accelerator because he sees a chance now. So soon he will be catching me, and as I serve the penalty, he is right at my back now. I have to defend this corner. It gives me a chance to practice my sketchy defense skills, but I know he's a fair driver. He's not going to do anything crazy. But I just had to make sure that he knew I was not going to give in that easily. So now I really have to keep it cool. Don't mess up these final corners. That was a bit too much on the grass actually. Can I find the apex or do I just panic? Almost found the apex. And we have to jump ahead a few laps because not much happened. I still kept him behind me. Now he's getting a run on me up the hill. So I step a bit more on it. I think I have the fuel to spare. And he backs out again. Still remember that he hasn't got the percentage to look at. He is only doing it by feel, and he has already had to push to catch up to me after he saw me getting that penalty. So he backs out of it, and we are sort of okay for a little bit more. But as we are about to jump to the final corners of the race, this unlucky thing happens to me. I'm still trying to keep it cool. I am defending this corner and trying to move out a bit so I can still get some sort of angle, and defending this one as well. Doing the best I can to do what the good guys do, but then I run a bit wide and he has a run on me, and there's not much I can do about it. He got me fair and square, and in my frustration I mess up the gears coming into this corner and missing the apex, but a fair win to Scarfi. Well done, and well done with the 500 subs as well. And it was a great race. I had fun. A bit gutted I lost it, but still a great race. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.